Without delaying, what I'm trying to do is I want to compare the weight of different pitons, which is pretty remarkable. So here we have a lost arrow. I have a metal lost arrow, and I have a titanium, which I booted from the Torah Traverse. Our regular lost arrow is 112 grams, whereas the titanium one is 46 grams. So that's more than half of the weight difference between the two. That's pretty impressive. And here I have the Krukonogi lost arrow piton, which is 32 grams, and another lost arrow which made out of metal is 89 grams. Wow, this is good. Another Krukonogi, same 32 grams, and another metal 91 grams. Okay. And then I have a longer lost arrow, which is only 95 grams, but I guess it's a thinner kind. So the smaller one is just it just sawed off, but it's thicker. And the longer, bigger Krukonogi lost arrow is only 44. So again, more than double the weight, which is pretty impressive. And now I'll move on to beaks. These are the Beartooth alpine ones. And let me just compare the small beak to its similar size and black diamond beaks, which is actually, I believe, the medium by design from Black Diamond. And so the small Beartooth beak, yeah, 34 grams. Not so tiny. And this one is 57. So not quite double the weight, because these are not made out of titanium. Who knows what they're made out of? The company never shared. But then there's the middle kind. They're medium. So for comparison, the medium Moses beak is 83 grams, and the Beartooth alpine is 38 grams. Nice. 37 grams even. Good shit. So it looks like I will be basically saving more than double the amount of weight by bringing the lighter weight pitons on our climb, if we get to climb, if the weather works out. And there's this Krukonogi medium beak, which is 37 grams, versus the medium Moses is 84 grams, 83 grams. And the largest Beartooth alpine beak is 45. And the largest black diamond beak is 103. So again, more than double the amount of weight. And just to mention that there's all kinds of other pitons that I don't have in titanium, unfortunately. For example, there's a lot of angles here, which I don't usually use. They come in different shapes and sizes, and mostly used for icy cracks in the present, which would maybe be useful up on the objective that we will be trying, but they're just heavy, and I usually am able to find other kinds of pitons to use instead of these. Like usually I can find a place to hammer in a beak no matter where I am, almost no matter where I am. You're not required to bring every kind of a piton in multiple sizes. And if I am doing a first ascent or something like that, then I typically bring these, because you have the ability to. The approaches are not as long. You're not in a place that is as remote, unless you're doing like a giant approach somewhere in Patagonia to put up a first ascent, which I've done before. And me and my friend Chris carried in about 90-pound backpacks, which fucking sucked. So yeah, I would say that in the modern world, after doing probably about 50 different big walls, including most of them were first ascents over time, I would say beaks are the most useful ones. If you are doing alpine climbing, try to get some titanium pitons. But if all you're doing is climbing in Yosemite, then don't worry about getting any of these lightweight pitons, because one, they're not gonna last you as long. These will be more bomber in their placements in general. If you find any titanium pitons, look at my email below and be nice enough and ship them to me because I use them quite a lot, or at least I want to use them quite a lot in the future. So if you found this video helpful, then like it, and otherwise I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. I'm just so surprised that finally it seems like I figured out how to set my Fujifilm camera so that it actually focuses on my face. That is quite incredible. It's been a really hard work in progress. And welcome to a different part of my kitchen. And it doesn't look like my cat is happy to see me here, or maybe he is unhappy because I am giving all my attention to a camera. I'm sorry, Lyle. Well, today I was picking up a few additional pitons to my lightweight part of the piton rack, because I am going on another expedition, which is, I guess, not a surprise. This year has been busy with alpine climbing, and I will be on Choctaw Glacier as long as we don't end up in a bigger conflict in the Middle East, maybe in about 3 weeks. Now, Lyle, I will give you attention, just not now. Jesus. So the interesting part is that I have compared the weight of different types of pitons, including the metal ones, the regular ones that I have for, nail-up routes on. Do you want to be in the video with me? You will get all the attention that you want, except you might, whatever. So yeah, I've used all the metal pitons that I have, which range from angles over here, knife blades over here. This is a knife blade. Yeah, it smells like El Cap, probably. There are also beaks, and beaks are the ones that are the most useful, in my opinion. If you are planning to climb El Cap, do a nail-up route on El Cap in the present, then I would say bring half of all the other required pitons on the route, and bring triple the amount of beaks, because beaks are the most important, the most useful pitons in my experience, and in the experience of most people that do walls in Yosemite currently.